Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the building. We are back in the building. We are back. Okay, I just had to.
We back.
Listen, I'm gonna let y'all know I've been drinking. Okay.
I've been drinking.
Listen, Taylor Port, we need a sponsorship. We need a sponsorship. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back
to another episode. Before we get started, I gotta say, one of our lovely viewers said, "Hey, tell PhD don't be wearing that damn bucket hat and the chain, because that shit is tacky." Tally. I go ahead.
He trying to get his LL Cool J on.
Y'all just hating.
Anybody hate? Well, hate us cut it. That is a fly. That is a fly. Let's say ass, right?
No, you can't.
I can't.
No.
And yeah, you get one. You get one just for asking. You could have spelled it if you wasn't sure, kiddo.
No.
Oh, Sophia's back. Things gonna be changing around here.
ASS is actually a donkey. So
yeah, but you didn't use it in that context.
It's a fire donkey bucket hat.
Well, then you say that then.
Yep.
That ain't what you said.
Shouldn't get no tally for that.
Too late. Once I write it down, I can't erase it. I'm writing it.
Yes, you can. You HR.
The permanent marker. Permanent marker.
You got an erasable pen. Whatever.
Take that.
Rob, so continuing off of the Wednesday, Rob, you're at 3 now for this week.
What?
Oh, so I need to add 3 to the what I got then.
Add 3 and then 2 for chefs. Oh, so 3 for chef also.
1, 2, 3. Okay. And what about yourself?
I already paid mine, so I had 5 last episode. So
we got them real good.
Yeah,
they got me real good.
I paid my one. So I already paid my 100 stars. So
did chef pay his? Okay, y'all did.
Hold up now.
He said, "Let that man be comfortable." Okay. Facts.
He got 2 more. And so does Rob before they got to pay up.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Perfect Balance Podcast. This is Pally Brown people having good conversations over here. We're gonna start things off. I know the title of the video says one thing. We're gonna start off with one small topic for a little bit, and then we're gonna get into it. All right. So we gotta talk about Kyrie Irving real quick. Who wants to take this topic and go with it? Because
I will.
Go ahead, Kai.
So Kyrie Irving, if you don't know, now you know. And I kind of waited and sat on this one for a little bit, but Kyrie Irving has been accused of anti-Semitic comments.
Support, not comments.
Hold on.
He didn't make no comments.
And that's the thing. So, and that's the thing about it. It's like he is spreading anti-Semitic rhetoric. And I was like, okay, if he's spreading anti-Semitic rhetoric, let me look into what he actually said. And it was a tweet. The tweet said nothing at all. It was just
he just retweeted.
He didn't retweet anything. He sent a link. And he sent a link to a movie on Amazon. And it's called Hebrews to Negroes.
Whoa.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. He didn't comment on it. He didn't say this is a good movie. This is what I think about it.
He didn't promote it, support it, none of that.
Promote it or nothing. Okay.
But because he tweeted it, the media and the Jews looked at
Negroes and Jews.
Oh yeah. By the way, we're
support sunshine claims as saying those words. You understand? That me taking this anti-Semitic.
The Jewish community took it as him promoting it.
And by the way, we are not saying the J word on the podcast. So
yeah.
The J community.
No. We're saying clues.
DJ Clues. Yeah, Jesus.
Whatever, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Anyway.
That community took it as he was promoting it
Yeah,
and he was supporting it.
he was promoting anti-Semitism. So a day after he put that tweet, it was at a conference after a game, and they were asking him about it. Like, do you realize that that's anti-Semitic? And he's like, he's basically saying the same thing like Kanye was saying. Basically, it was like, I don't believe that it was anti-Semitic because,
No, I don't think he was saying the same thing as Kanye. Kanye was actually coming out and saying it. He was just saying
what Kanye was saying.
He was saying a portion of what Kanye was saying. They had two different grievances, but the premise of him saying that he's not anti-Semitic is the same thing that Kanye was saying. So
he was saying that he physically cannot be anti-Semitic because he is Black, and Black people are the original.
That's like saying I'm not racist. How can I be racist? I'm Black.
Right. What? That's not what he meant. Okay, so based off, if you watch this video, and then a lot of videos, a lot of comments have been coming out lately, and people are looking into the history of the Hebrews and where they came from, and looking into biblical texts, and they might be onto something. And there's a lot of people out there like, you know what, Black people probably if we were to start testing people's blood and we can identify the marker of God's people, and that's what
Young Noob.
Yeah, and that's what got him into trouble, because he was like, we are originally God's people. It isn't the Jewish people, and that's what they have a problem with. So with him saying that is him being anti-Semitic.
I think what made it worse is the fact that he tweeted it and didn't say nothing about it afterwards. Because even when they asked him about it in an interview, it was like, so do you want to comment on your support? He was like, how am I supporting it? And it was like, well, you retweeted it. Well, how is that?
Well, he was saying promoting.
But that's the thing. Like he didn't comment on it. That was the thing. He was like, how am I promoting it? Like he didn't answer that. And so the world just took that and went crazy because he didn't comment on it. And then not only that, the commissioner or whatever, somebody said that they would donate 500,000. He donate 500,000. So this morning, Bob Costa was like, "Oh, it makes it look like the NBA is taking his side on it because they're donating money to that community too." And it's like, well, good Lord, like now he's suspended, but it's like
he's suspended for 5 games. He paid up money. He's suspended for 5 games.
And he apologized.
He didn't apologize.
No, he did come out with an apology. He did. He said that he apologized for how they felt, that community felt, how they took it or whatever. He did. It was on I'm telling you, I seen it this morning.
But that's not an apology.
Exactly. He apology came out in that. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. Either way.
No. Either way. This is what he said. He said, I take responsibility for my tweets.
He ain't got no choice to. He got to pay 500,000.
He tweeted them. I mean,
he said, I take full responsibility. And for those that were hurt, it was my responsibility. He never said.
Hold on, 1 second. Yeah. Chef, where's your drink? What is that?
You on a diet, son?
What is that? A protein shake?
That's 100 calories.
It's a Truly's.
And he eating a pickle. What you trying to cut back?
He getting in the gym. That's what it is. He trying to get swole. He getting ready for Hot Girl Summer next summer.
Look.
Well, anyway, so he apologized, and that's what got them mad. And that's why
this is my question. This is my question. We are so upset about what other people are tweeting about or putting out on their social media. But when your boy was in office and he was doing all of this, it took for him to get out of office before they shut down his social media accounts. But while he was in office,
president, he was able to. The president can't have no communication with the people.
But he was able to, incite a riot basically.
On Twitter.
On Twitter.
No cap though. No cap though.
No.
I don't want Biden to start tweeting. Like,
no, you don't. Have you seen this dude in action? You don't.
What are you doing?
Didn't you see that video? We got a 1,000-piece puzzle we need your help with. Leave that man alone. Let him work his puzzle.
Listen, Mr. President and Madam Vice President, you need to know what y'all doing at all times. You need to be able to comment and like or unlike your tweets and what you planning on doing.
You don't want him to do that.
The open communication to the President of the United States was like the best thing going for politics. It's like you can see what they're thinking live, and make comments on it, whether you agree with
good, bad, or indifferent,
or disagree with them, but your voices were heard and your tweets were saw by somebody.
I don't know if they were heard necessarily.
They were saw by somebody. They were saw by somebody, because let you get on there and say something hateful. Yeah, you're.
They definitely vetting it out now. They definitely vetting it.
Well, enough about
we gotta get to the topic of this video.
Oh no, yeah, we gonna get to it. God darn it.
Well, hold on. Okay, so let me wrap it up here.
Yeah, wrap it up, because it's been more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, but y'all keep interjecting. So let me go ahead and wrap it up. Let me put the bow tie on this and ask the big question out here. If the video that he said or reference was so anti-Semitic, why is it still up on Amazon? And Jeff Bezos has not been asked the question, why is it still on the Amazon platform? Mic drop.
Boom.
You're going after the wrong people.
Boom.
You're worried about the wrong thing. So
boom. What did he say on Training Day? Boom.
Hey, on that bombshell, we're gonna switch.
Hey, real quick. My boy Barry, Mr. Former President Obama, talking about, hey, if you both do what he roasted Herschel Walker.
Oh, that was so hilarious. Y'all should show the video.
What did he say?
You should show the video. That was hilarious.
What did he say? It's on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm looking up right now.
Oh, yeah, look it up. I want to see what he said. I didn't hear what he said.
My boy Chuck, my boy Barry.
But how your boy say that he roast you with like that swag, and yeah. Wait a minute.
Y'all seen the one where he was like, I'm getting old and gray, and the girl in the back is still fine. He was like, what you say now? You heard, you know what I'm saying?
He tried to act like he didn't hear. He's like, say it again. Say it again.
Yeah, he talking about, I ain't gonna comment on that, but Michelle know. You know what I'm saying? She knows what's going on.
You got it.
President of anyway. Sorry, you got the video?
It's loading. I got it.
All right. Show the oh shoot. I ain't got the hold on, I got you. Yeah. Go ahead, you got it. Let's see this video. I want to see how he was.
That's my dude right there, man.
Was it good?
It was good.
Oh, here we go.
All right, you guys got me up. All right, here it is.
Yeah, you up.
Let's see.
We have a lot to talk about. Oh, heck yes.
When you mix two distinct voices,
boom.
Is this an ad?
Here's my first question.
You get one dynamic duo. Allison Camerata and Laura Coates
host
CNN Tonight, live, weeknights
we just
at
did
10.
Free advertising.
Some of you may not remember,
College Park.
but Herschel Walker was a heck of a football player.
Facts.
I mean, some of you are too young to remember, but in college, he was amazing. One of the best running backs of all time.
Right.
But here's the question. Does that make him the best person to represent you in the U.S. Senate? Does that make him equipped to weigh in on the critical decisions about our economy and our foreign policy and our future? Let's do a thought experiment.
Okay.
Let's say you're at the airport.
Right.
And you see Mr. Walker, and you say, hey, there's Herschel Walker, Heisman winner. Let's have him fly the plane.
Wait, hold on now. Wait a minute. Wait a minute now.
You probably wouldn't say that. You'd want to know Does he know how to fly an airplane?
I love him.
Or let's say you go to the hospital.
Right.
And you say, that Walker guy, he sure could tear it up at Sanford Stadium. Give him a scalpel.
Hold on now.
No, you wouldn't say that. You'd ask at least. I would. Has he done surgery before? You're watching TV, you've heard a lot about crime. Violent crime has gone up over the last 7 years, not just the last 2.
Okay.
Not just in liberal states, but in conservative rural states too.
Fact. Yeah.
That's a serious problem. Who will fight to keep you and your family safe? The Republican politicians who want to flood our streets with more guns? Who actually voted against more resources for our police departments? Is it somebody who carries around a phony badge and says he's in law enforcement?
Yeah.
Like he's a kid playing cops and robbers? Or is it leaders like Reverend Warnock?
That was funny.
Listen here, ladies.
That was funny.
Listen here. You got to be careful out there in GA. Y'all better get it right come November 8th. Or you're going to have the fake police officer as your representative. I'm just saying.
Hey, yo, that. See, he's like, he got funnier after he left off.
It's like you don't even know that he roasted him though. It's like you think he's saying
it's
something
so-
important, and it's like, wait a minute.
No, he not. Flame.
He's making some clean jabs at him. Like you obviously took some notes from Trevor Noah there. So you know what? I definitely agree with him. And
Yeah. No,
everything is. But
I'll be honest with you. I live here, right? And I'll be honest. I think Herschel Walker may have CTE. And here's why I say that. Here's why I say that. I don't think he physically recognizes that he is a human.
That wine.
I don't think. I think he like I don't know where he lives in his head, but it ain't outside. It's not. It ain't. No, he not. No, he definitely like if this was the front of for his life, he the caboose because he don't know what the world going on.
Well, check this out, Rob. So, like he said, if you knew of Herschel Walker back in the day, heck of a running back for the University of Georgia, was part of the biggest first multi-trade in Dallas Cowboy history. One person equaled 12 draft picks for the Dallas. When Jimmy Johnson got there, he said, y'all can have Herschel Walker, Minnesota. I need 1 through 12, and I'm going to send you 2 more other players because I don't want them on my team. Henceforth made the 90s Cowboys. Now, a lot of people don't know this about Mr. Walker. U.S. bobsledding team, Olympic bobsledding team, silver medalist.
Yeah.
Mixed art Herschel Walker at the age of 50 competed in a full contact sport other than football and won.
No, he's
great. Yeah, he's
first
great.
team. If I'm doing a pickup game, he definitely getting picked up. For sure. But we're not on the field right now, brother. This has got to do with our life.
Well, and so here's what I was getting at, as before you rudely cut me off, but not rudely. But
okay, I'm sorry.
I'm trying to move on. Because as PhD said, you better get in where you fit in.
And then you said, so he need to shut up and play sports. Well, I didn't take it.
Gonna take what he knows on the field.
Look, I mean, if anything, if I get it, you're trying to find out where you fit in this world on this term of your life now, because you're irrelevant. You're past tense. You're a dinosaur. You're history. You literally are history in the state of Georgia, and your history here in the state of Texas. Because you anybody that's a Cowboy fan see Herschel Walker, they losing their damn mind. Oh my God!
hold on, because Nunu just said shut up and play sports. Wasn't that the conservatives saying? Wasn't that Trump saying shut up and play football? And now you want to endorse the football player to shut up and play football?
Yeah. So
okay, to speak on that, he's not playing football anymore. But again, there is no skill gap or specific type of school that you need to be in to be a public servant. So that's the one thing I can say positive for Mr. Herschel Walker. But you need to know when you need to operate inside of your capability, especially in your mental capacity. If you don't have the job for it, or you don't have the mindset for it, you need to be like getting out of there. But I think
here's what I want to ask. Here's what I want to ask. Go ahead.
I'm going to get to my point. But the thing is post Trump and the mindset that he has made everybody and their mama think that they can be president or be a public figure.
Trump could do it. I can do it.
That's what that's the era that we're in. So, if you're over the age of 72, you need to be not considered for public office. If you have multiple brain injuries from CTE, you do not need to be running the country or a state at that matter. And
you running a city, a town, a neighborhood.
County. I'm just saying,
you need to be running.
I think I could run for City Hall. Justin Gray is there.
He can run for Neighborhood Watch. He'd be great for Neighborhood Watch.
And he would tackle the crap out of some burglars. That would be beautiful. We gotta get off politics. We gotta move on. That's not what this podcast is about. Right. This podcast, where you see the title of the episode, Can a Man Stay Committed? Let's get right into it.
Can people be committed? Why it got to be can women be committed? Sunshine.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. You heard Obama. Yes, we can.
When we get back on Monday, that was going to be we talk about the men first, and then we're going to go to the women later.
Oh, let's jump straight on the women. Why we got to be first?
That ain't how we. No.
See, if he wasn't drinking that White Claw, he'd be on the same page with everybody.
Yeah, he clearly that's what it is. White Claw.
Technically, this is a truly.
Yes. No.
White Claw substitute. And you said, "Do I need to come up there?"
Pull up, chocolate thunder number 1. Pull up on
it.
Listen,
sugar honey.
Here. That's the question. Can a man stay committed? So I heard y'all sent us. Miss Sober said, "Because God made you first." I like it.
No.
Yeah, your mama said it, Chef. Now,
why he get up and walk away like that
though? No. So that's the question. Can a man stay committed? So I heard this. It's another. We talk about other podcasts on here all the time.
Pickles and Truly, are you pregnant?
What?
Lord Jesus.
Dude got a whole jar of pickles and he drinking Truly.
You know what? We're not gonna focus on that.
You almost made me come out of character. You almost said it. I almost said it. Lord.
But I will venture to say that a man can stay committed in a relationship if that's where he wants to be.
Here's
on that, Sunshine.
Expand on that.
Because if that's where he wants to be, because if a man is happy in his relationship, then yes, he can stay committed. But
does happiness predicate commitment?
Hold up, let me finish.
I'm sorry.
But if he is not happy, then he run across that one woman, and that's when you get off into that 80-20 rule, where the 20% is looking a lot better than that 80%. And then he go ahead and jump the fence and see that the 80% was where it was at. Now it's too late. So like I said, if that's where he wants to be, he can stay committed.
Look, okay, let me say this. Because what I heard on this episode earlier today made a lot of sense, right? We push on our young men to go out there and live your 20s. live your early ages, man. Go out, don't get married. What you doing? Go out there and sleep around, mess with all these different women, have fun.
Young to get married.
Yeah, don't ever get what you get married for so early. Sow your royal oats, okay? Right? And then at 35, now you're like, you know what? I think it's time I'm gonna settle down. But this whole time, 35 years of not being committed, what they say? What they say? Practice make perfect, right? Practice make perfect. If I ain't never had no practice being committed, I go straight into a marriage.
But okay, so let me poke holes in that theory real quick. And I don't believe in this. I'm just an outside thinker.
Devil's advocate. We got it.
Just playing devil's advocate here. Now that Playboy in his early 20s, late 30s, and decides that he wants to put his I was gonna say something that I don't need to say, but his
Did you just say the D word?
street running days behind him.
Street running days? That's what we calling them?
Like how you worded that. Yeah. His garden tool days. His garden tool days.
He's putting those days behind him, but he wouldn't find the place that he needs to get to right now in that mind state unless he goes through a garden phase or garden
304 phase. A 304 phase. There you go.
304. That's
yeah.
So a man needs to be a 304 early on in his life, get it out of his system so he knows what a stable relationship is. Now, there's a second part to that as far as men goes.
Hand down.
The second part is actually the primary focus of a man in his early 20s to late 30s is to gain status and economic value, so he can attract the perfect woman that he wants, because no woman wants a broke man, and a woman also wants a man that can attract the opposite gender as well. So as he's working on all of that stuff through his late or early 20s, late 30s, and he gets to that pinnacle, then he's right for the choosing. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so you said he got to go through all that so he could find the perfect woman, right?
Right. It's not beneficial for him to settle down at that time while he's going through these steps.
Hold on.
Yeah.
In that, where in there is their preparation for marriage?
Nowhere.
Okay, so now what does and you asked the right question, and I explained it. In preparation for a marriage, what is a man's primary goal?
To provide and protect.
Protect, and provide stability, most of all. So he's getting his money up. He's getting his grind up the entire time. If he gets married at that point in time, the grind comes to a halt, and he has to provide. He has to provide for two at that time.
Now let me ask you this.
Hold on. It's more beneficial. It's more beneficial for him to grind all the way up into his 30s because his money is stacked to the ceiling at that time. Then find a wife, because now he can provide the stability. No issues. Okay, go ahead.
So money is the preparation.
Money is
okay. I got a two-parter then. I got a two-parter.
Yes.
This, first of all, this is not part of the two-parter, but this Taylor Port hit like a SOB.
You can tell it been hit you. It been hit you. We can tell. But go ahead.
No, I know it, but I'm just saying.
It was kind of slow for a minute, but it's okay. Go ahead.
This is Taylor Port hitting. Okay. Now, if money is the primary preparation for marriage, one, here's what you're going to run into at 30 when you're ready, right? When your money's stacked to the ceiling. One, it's going to be hard to find a woman that actually loves you for you because your money is in the way. Number one, right? You're providing a certain lifestyle. One thing that is very apparent in male to female relationships is that women are attracted to a lifestyle much more than they are to a good man, right? So you can be an effed up individual, still have a woman with you because you provide a certain lifestyle. How does that prepare you as a man for a woman? It don't. Because just because you got your home, I ain't done yet. Just because you got your money up don't mean you are ready to be married. It also doesn't guarantee that the woman that you choose is going to be the right one for you. Number two, if you're not, unless you don't let her know you got money.
That's what I was
That's a good
thinking.
point.
A woman's going to know that you got
two.
money based off of the lifestyle that you live. You can't hide that.
No, you can.
You can
hide that.
Okay,
Some imposters out here.
If I was living like
that's when you go in like a goat herder from Zamunda, right?
Yeah. If you live in like a bum, if you live in like a bum, no woman is going to be attracted to you.
Not necessarily.
Well,
not necessarily
okay.
And this is what I was gonna say too, because I understand this is talking about men, but coming from a woman's perspective, money is not the only thing that guarantees stability. Like, I have to be able to come to you and talk to you. Like, that's that communication part of it. Like, yes, money does provide part of that stability, but she also have to feel like she can come and talk to you too. Like, that's part of that balance. Like,
and there's
if you're gonna be the man, be the man.
There's more to it. So hold on. So a man has to have financial stability, emotional stability, be a freaking lawyer, a doctor.
Exactly.
Learn how to build a house, take care of.
Exactly. That's what y'all need to do.
I ain't building no house, but the rest of that, yeah.
That's what y'all need to do.
And do you think a 20-year-old knows that?
It depends. That's what I'm saying. It depends on how he was raised, who raised him. If he was raised by somebody who just all they was out to do was beat people, run through
Yep.
do whatever, then 9 times out of 10 they're gonna grow up to be that same type of man.
So,
but if they grew up with a man that taught them these things from the beginning, and this is the way that you should go forward, they're going to take those values that you instill in them as young men, and they're going to carry that out into their 20s.
Yes.
This is why 2-parent households are so vital.
Exactly.
It doesn't even have to be a 2-parent household, though. That's the thing. It doesn't even have to be a 2-parent household. I have a serious issue with you talking about this whole 2-parent household, because maybe you grew up in a 2-parent household or you have a 2-parent household. But the thing is,
but that's why I know it's so vital.
A boy can be raised to be a man if he has that male figure. He does not have to have a man living in the house with him every day.
So listen. Define a parent. Define a parent, because if you can define a parent,
you said 2-parent household, though. That means that both mother and father is living in this house. That is a household.
I'm going to break it down. I didn't say mother and father. I said 2-parent household.
Oh, so 2 men and 2 women.
You need a woman and you need a man. If you're raising a man, you definitely need a man, but you also need a woman. Right?
Then you shouldn't say household, boo, because household means you're in a house. You live together. That's what a household is. If you do a census, they will ask you how many people is in the household. That means how many people live in the house with you. So you can't say 2-parent household don't mean that the man and the woman have to live together. That is a 2-parent household.
Okay, but I'm not saying it has to be the biological man and the biological woman. That's what I'm saying.
That's
fine.
To
whoever you are. If you have, like you said, you need a father figure.
Yeah, but that father figure does not have to live in that house with you, is what I'm saying.
And that's true. That's true. But it's still, okay, how First of all,
we're talking semantics here, so we're saying the same thing.
What I want him to do is to get his point out, but I want him to get his point out in a way that it can't mean nothing else but what he's trying to say, because what he's saying doesn't make sense.
It does make sense. Listen, let me tell you why.
Oh,
let me tell you why.
If we lived in a perfect world, mother and father in the household is preferred, but it does not take
ideal.
It is ideal. It does not take a mother and a father in the household for it to be accomplished.
I agree with that. Then in that case, you can't say 2-parent household.
Okay. Well, I said.
Go ahead, Chef. I'm sorry. Chef never gets to talk. Go ahead, Chef.
Go ahead, Chef.
Shouts out to my Mr. Doo. You know where we supposed to go with this. So, since we're talking about 2-parent household and it has to be a mother and a father, we have to respect.
I agree. It takes a village.
Dang it, Mom.
You have to respect that. Go ahead, Chef.
Your mama said it. Your mama said it.
He can never get anything out, and
literally took it right out of my mouth.
If you cut to the point, nobody will cut you off.
You gotta talk faster.
You can't be around the bush.
He couldn't get it out.
In the comments, she's in the comments.
When I saw it, I was like, biscuit eater.
This is what you're gonna say. We already know what you're gonna say before you say it.
No, you don't. Light-skinned melfo. Listen here. How does this affect the LGBTQ plus QRZ XYZ community?
I'm about to say something that's
so what I was about to say is, I hold down the male role, and my mama raised me, so I don't give a damn. I'm a perfect gentleman. Hello.
Okay, be that as it may, and I totally agree with you, my Brista. A male figure still needs to be in a child's life.
Well, you got to understand now. Look,
we
live in this new world now where it doesn't. Society has made it clear.
Society's messed up. Oh, wow, you almost got me.
Society has made it clear that it could be a female household, male household. It's about, as Sunshine would say, how you are brought up, the upraising. If those morals and those guidance, those rules are put in place, should it matter if it's yes, it does. But
let me ask you
this: we live in right now. It matter if it's the same-sex household or if it's a traditional household.
No, okay. Let me ask you this, right? How do you? When your mama told you to do something or told you not to do something, did you still do it? Exactly.
Sometimes.
Just speak louder than words.
I got my ass.
A whole lot more from watching someone. Wait, I didn't say that.
No, it was new.
I got a tally for her when she on here too. Don't worry.
Yeah,
I got it.
You get slashed.
Second house.
But I can learn a whole lot more from watching somebody as an example versus you telling me this is what you should do and I don't see you do it. This is why the whole old adage do as I say and not as I do never really works. Because if I don't see you do it, you preaching something, but you're not even following it. So I can't tell my son, hey son, don't curse. I'm out here cursing like a sailor. Can't tell him that because I'm not
even doing it. You can't curse until you start paying bills. That's what you say.
Say that, but it's at the same time, he learns from me. He's a sponge. So he's going to absorb everything from me. And even though he may not curse in front of me, when he goes around other people, he may not be funny. Now, this is important.
It don't matter what I learned out in school or picked up at school. As soon as I brought my behind back in them doors where I live with my mama, I better not do or say nothing that I picked up at school.
Right.
Because I was getting my butt whooped. And that's the problem. Don't nobody get no whoopings no more.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Well, okay. I was going to say,
they do.
allegedly.
A lot of people need to get their butt whooped. That's all I'm saying.
And it shows that they haven't been. But
exactly.
How does this turn back into how to keep a man faithful in a relationship?
I don't know. Y'all got like way off. Y'all
got way off topic.
We
gotta bring it back. I told you the teleport hidden right now.
Hey, let me bring it back for you because I already know.
Appreciate it, bro.
These are the things that worry a man when it comes to a household. These are the thoughts that they are thinking about as they're growing up in their early 20s before they even get into a relationship. Like as early as 13. If they are around men or around father figures, they are being taught these things. They are watching. Young men are very, very observant in those years, and they're watching everyone putting the pieces together. It's like, okay, I need to do this. I need to do this. And as a young man, and the men in the group, were you told at a 13 years old, 12 years old, stop chasing these fast girls?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Just stop till I got grown.
Stop. and you didn't hear it, and you didn't comprehend. And if you don't have somebody in your life telling you that at an early age, you will get caught up. So you have the teenage fathers at 15 years old, and you don't know any better.
I do agree with that. Well, I don't agree with everything that Kai say, but I do agree with that because even my son at 9, he can tell you if you tell him something, you'd be like, "Now you're not supposed to do that." He'll tell you that you're right. Mr. Mike taught me better than that.
Mm-hmm.
So even at 9, he can still, you know what I'm saying? He can tell you. And I think it's all about who you surround yourself with too. Because if you surround yourself with like-minded folks who are
You're 22 years younger.
What?
I think his granddaddy was running around and mess around, got somebody pregnant.
Well,
what? I missed that part.
In the comments.
Oh, I can't see those. I'm on my phone.
I about to say maybe I'm missing something. I don't know.
And no, it's on the. I got all the chats up. I can see
okay.
all of it. So yeah, he in a different one, but dang, bro, that's crazy. He got
the average 13-year-old nowadays.
Mute him out. He done. Mute him out.
I'm good. That's just funny to me. I'm sorry.
I mean, he ain't froze up. I say leave him alone.
Thank you, Nunu. I'm trying to stay strong out here.
Yeah. Go ahead, Chef. Go ahead.
I don't understand the average 13-year-old now. They're thinking about fast girls. But if we're talking about us as a collective group at 13, I'm trying to
Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I'm trying
at home watching Golden Girls eating ramen noodles.
Thank you.
I was playing basketball and looking at girls' booties.
And asking for Kenya dolls.
Listen here. At 13, I'm trying to beat the dog mess out of KG in Street Fighter 2 because his sorry monkey, you know what, can do the Hadouken and the Shoryuken. And I'm like, how come I do the Sonic Boom at 13? I'm not worried about little Keisha down the street that she got a training bra on and she's starting to fill out. No. Now, and honestly, again.
And to add to what you were saying, at that age, girls aren't looking at boys their age anyway.
Okay, question.
Go for it.
But when these 13-year-olds become adults, what is it that makes them stray?
I think it's the crowd that they are around, that they surround themselves with. I honestly do, and I can say that from experience. I think it's the people that you surround yourself with.
And to add on to that, like as they're growing up, as young men are growing up, they need to now what they're being taught and what they need to be taught, two totally different things. Agreed? So what they need to be taught is, hey, stay away from the fast women. You got your whole life to go through. Once you're of age, of consenting age, whatever state you live in, wherever that actually is, then that's fine with you. But understand your responsibilities, understand this. But if you can't provide for your said family, you do not need to be dipping your pen into the jar.
I like how you put that.
But most of the time, when these men be in relationships, this is not personal experience, obviously. But don't they straight when they do straight? Isn't it with the fast woman?
Yeah,
it is.
So here's the thing.
We're gonna get on
JB.
We're gonna get on women later, but the primary focus is the male and the responsibility that he needs to take. So he has so many things stacked up against him from, let's just say, 13 all the way up until 30, and he's
no. Let's stretch that a little further. Let's say 15. Because 13, think about it, you're still probably in the G.I. Joe, Spider-Man, and some
most of the time. But I'm gonna tell you what, when I was in the 6th grade, which is 12 years old, there was a chick that was pregnant in middle school with me.
Yes, so 13. Yes, that is not uncommon.
Close your mouth, Rob.
It was a chick in our middle school that was married to 2 kids.
Yeah, so
and she was 15.
Wait a minute, Sunshine. Wait a minute. Nah, this ain't the 60s now. You told me.
No, really? I was in middle school in the 90s.
Let's stop getting off topic here.
She was married. She had a husband and she had 2 kids.
If she was 13 and it's in Louisiana, that's legal.
No, she wasn't. Well, she wasn't 13, and you have to have a parent's consent.
When she got married, she already had 2 kids, right?
We were in middle school. Like our middle school went from the 7th grade to the 9th grade. We were in the 9th grade, and she was like, they was like, sign the permission, get your parents to sign a permission slip. She was like, I'll get my husband to do it when I get home. She was married and had 2 kids. She was in the 9th grade. She was like 15 or 16. She had 2 kids. She had been married for like a couple of years.
You know where that's happening at mostly? If you have the where is it
and
happening?
she was African American. I'm gonna go ahead and point that out because she had a Juicy Jerry girl.
Yeah,
she's African American.
So okay, let's take a tally. Take a tally where that is actually happening. Is it happening?
Rob over here.
Is it happening? Is it happening in rural America or in the cities?
No, I was in New Orleans.
Stop giving away the answer.
No, this is afternoon.
No.
I'm not just saying for you, but this happens all over the U.S. For
everywhere. I think y'all have the whole misconception that it only happens in like backwoods.
Majority of cases like this, the majority of this do happen in rural.
It happens a lot more than y'all think. Like I said, I was in New Orleans.
Listen to me. If I see a 12-year-old with a ring on her finger telling me I'm married with 2 kids, I'm calling CPS.
So, and what's crazy about this? A 12-year-old a 12-year-old can get a ring, but women in their 40s can't.
Somebody gonna get a ring from me. Somebody.
Oh my God.
That was not a diss at anybody particularly, but I
yes, it was.
Listen here.
That's personal.
Yo,
sugar honey iced tea.
Hey, y'all can blame Taylor Port for that one. Like that is not.
That's like, TP right there. that TP got him going sideways right now. Man, say, look.
What is wrong with your mic?
His mic keeps clipping him out because he's talking too loud.
That's because he keeps moving back and forth.
Oh no!
I'm sorry. No, I'm yelling. Actually, I'm yelling. That's why I'm sorry.
Keep still.
You got to understand, guys. All of these things relate to a 2-parent household because you need, whether it be a male father or why is everybody named Mama texting me today? Good Lord. Whether it be a male or a female in the household, the young men, but we talking about young men right now. We ain't gonna talk, as PAD would say, we'll get on the ladies later. You know what I'm saying? That'll be part 2.
Sunshine, I will be here with you on Monday.
Thank you, boo. Thank you, Brista. That's my Brista.
I don't think this generation of parenting, and I can say this generation of parenting has understood how much these kids are really more mentally damaged than anything, because it's bad.
All kids need therapy today now. I don't care what.
Yeah, they do, and it's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with it. It's just
I think our kids nowadays are a whole lot smarter than we are.
They are.
For sure.
They can handle complex issues better than we can, because they're growing up way faster than us, so they can handle what they have.
I'll say we were like more. Maybe we were more sheltered. We didn't have access to all of the stuff that was happening out in the world. The internet, the devices that are out now has opened a pathway that causes kids to be more exposed at a younger age, and it just freaks them up.
And not only that, they know more than we give them credit for.
Yeah. If there's one thing that we should take away from this, is that we can start instilling adultist adultist ideas on our children at an earlier age than we got exposed to, and start having these conversations early, so they don't have the issues like we're having, or most people are having.
Age appropriate conversations. Find out what they know and explain it to them. If they can explain it to you in the right way, then you can talk to them about it. But if they're explaining it to you and they're not explaining it to you in a way that it is what it means, then you explain it to them in a way that they can understand.
Brandon, kids that they don't even know what to do with decimal system is no more.
They can't even write in cursive, probably. Do they know about Look, I'm not gonna say a random statement or whatever random point, but as far as kids nowadays, when I was growing up, my mom used to tell me, get out of the room when grown folks are talking. There are so many times that I have seen kids in the room with adults. And even though, you can't control what goes on outside of the house, in school and stuff, that's always been a thing. But you can control what goes on in your house. So I see stuff sometimes where it's like kids are around adults just soaking it in. Like that is still something that is controllable.
That's where the downfall of society is headed. These kids been around.
I know I ain't got kids enough, and then a lot of people be like, "Oh, you can't say
that." Not to be around your kids when we have so many people, and it is incentivized to raise your kid by yourself. And your kids are going to be around stuff like that. It's incentivized. Our system that we have right now in the government is incentivized to maintain a single parent household.
I don't think anybody wants to raise their kid.
Nobody wants to. But
it's tough. I watch my kids for 8 hours a day, and I hate it.
What you mean watch your kids for 8 hours a day?
Yeah, I gotta babysit my kids.
You ain't watching nothing.
Y'all get off my boy, Rob. Y'all get off my boy.
He on that Taylor Port. You are a parent.
You got to bring out the whole suppressed female gene I do have left in my body. What you mean watch?
I babysit my kids for 8 hours a day.
I gotta watch my kids for.
It's Amber. I need her opinion on this one right now. Go get Amber.
I gotta watch. What?
For the stay-at-home dad life. Would much rather be putting my life on the line. Working. These
this
kids,
bullet ride is a mess.
Man, look, I love my children, but watching them 8 hours a day, bro, it's a hard pass for me.
Like it's very.
I respect all the women that do it right now, but no.
It's very hard to buck biology. Like it is ingrained in you. Like it's it's cool to do for a short time, but I gotta say, like men, I didn't say and I'm gonna say this, like men
watch baby
at home watching, your kids are in danger. Are in danger.
Is he getting checked? Well,
get him, Amber.
I'm still on the podcast.
Get him, Amber.
Leave me alone. I'm still on the podcast.
So
next to me, I couldn't read it. Now you trying to explain himself. I didn't say that. That's
no, baby. I didn't say babysit. I didn't say babysit. Nigga, you said watch. What's the difference?
It was the wine. It was the wine.
That ain't had nothing to do with y'all. I'm supposed to mute that. My bad. My fault.
That old Taylor.
It's in the wrong way. Baby.
Man, I ain't say that nothing for my friend.
It's not in front of everybody.
No broadcast. She was over here talking smack.
Rob, blink if you need help.
You gotta bear me.
All right. Overall, hey, listen here. Men need to properly communicate with their loved ones, or whatever your choice of as your preference is. Properly communicate so that you can stay in a committed relationship. We ain't perfect. We're very simple creatures. All we ask is,
soon as y'all understand that, the better off we'll be.
Don't be like Rob and say some stupid stuff on the podcast and talk about I watch my kids. It's a TP talking.
I watch
and get checked.
Oh yeah. But you gotta understand, guys, women, we are not difficult creatures. All we ask you is to feed us, bust us down every now and then.
I just threw up in my
mouth. Ready. I was like,
look. So bust us down every now and then. Tell us we're doing an amazing job, even though we know we're probably messing up big time.
Yeah.
Be our cheerleader in the darkest
You know what?
And that is all that we ask. You know what? That's
give them a gift every now and then of appreciation, or sometime gift, or just for nothing gift.
I think that's the woman coming out of you.
Because I love you.
I think that's the female coming out of you.
No, this is the.
That's the dude. We want that.
This the 8 inches coming out. I got a motherfucking collar right now.
That's another one, Tally.
No.
Sorry, but anyway, sorry.
Throwing it around. Keep throwing it around.
Yeah, okay, but yeah, they appreciate gifts. We appreciate gifts too. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate gifts too.
Thanks.
So,
not no soap on a rope, not no tie to match some socks. An actual gift.
We don't ask for much. We don't really.
Not on Father's Day.
We don't require much either. So, and again, like we don't like men have to meet all of these criteria that I said ahead of time before they even be considered as a potential mate for the opposite gender. Like I gotta have all of my stuff in order before I even present myself as a potential suitor.
Women ain't got to have nothing, but what they came in this world with. That's
don't
it.
Have to have nothing.
That's because what they came in this world with is some powerful stuff.
That's just the way. That's just the way. It is. We don't complain about it.
Glory.
Complain about it at all. We know the rules.
Glory.
We don't complain about it. We just adapt and get with the program. Now, how do they stay maintained? Everything that we talked about. Feed them, bust them down, show some appreciation. In general, that's.
And we've said this several times on the show. Respect for men goes way. That's our love. That's the way that women should show love to their man. Show that they respect them. if you respect your man, that goes way further than anything else. Now, all that other stuff definitely needs to be in play as well. But if you just want to show love, respect. That's it. Show that you appreciate me. Show that I am worth something to you. Right? And I'm not just a tool, or I'm not just. That's why you see these men, as rich as they are, breaking up with women all the time, because it's like, I'm willing to provide you whatever you want, but you just using me. If you just using me, I don't feel respected.
I don't respect you. So I'm gonna get with Becky, Susan, and Tamika all at the same time. If you don't want to be on this train while I'm throwing out millions of dollars, you can go. You can hit the road, Jack.
Right. I mean, let's be honest. Look at Blueface. Blueface don't care about, like, he say he love Chrisean Rock, but he still messing around with his ex-baby mama, busting two other women.
All the time. Know how he like it.
Because, and then I froze. And then on top of that, every time I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, every time I'm silent, you go live telling all my business, you don't respect me, so I'm not gonna respect you. And that's how that relationship goes.
Well, and again, like, those are different caliber of men. Understand that when you're messing with the top 2% of men that are like high earners, athletes, that's what's gonna come with you. They are definitely not gonna stay faithful.
Unless you give them some shit to be faithful toward, Tally.
And you know what? I don't even think
I mean, good.
I don't even think that's the case, because Jay-Z still cheated.
Well, I mean,
I got told by some dudes I'm the ideal female, and I was like, ew.
You also don't know what you also don't know what Beyonce is behind the scenes either. I mean, she presents herself to be perfect, but you don't know what she is. You don't know what she is behind the scenes. All you know is what he did, but you don't know what happened for him.
What drove him
to do that? Not Sunshine going against the Beehive.
No, I'm not a part of nobody's nothing. I'm just calling how I see it, and I think logically about stuff like that, because people present themselves to be one way all the time, and then you get behind closed doors, and next thing you know, he got a black eye that he covering up with makeup when he go out in public, like. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, start by sister-in-law in the elevator.
Exactly. You just never know.
Who do you think is running that household, Jay-Z or Beyonce?
Oh,
Jay-Z.
Definitely her.
You know it's the power of the PU.
Jay-Z running that thing.
Listen, if she beat up that girl's car with a baseball bat, trust me.
Beyonce beat up nobody's car.
Okay.
Who called she beat up?
You know she
and Andre 3000 and who else dated Erykah Badu? I mean, that's power.
It's a lot of power. Yeah, it's a lot of.
Don't do that.
But anyway, we got to get out of here, Rob.
Moai said, look at Nick Cannon having all these babies so close together, making these women look ridiculous.
They're making themselves look ridiculous, because even though they know that he has all these kids and he wants to,
all they're thinking about is money.
They still allowing him to do it.
They just thinking about money.
Like that. Can't make them do anything.
Some women, they just don't have.
So then, when you go back and look at Nick Cannon's relationship with Mariah, was he ready to be married?
He might not have been. You never know.
He just want to get her to hit them high C's and G's and stuff. I mean,
I never know.
Y'all start hating on Nick Cannon. Like,
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna slide out to the left. That is poor P management.
Monday.
That is poor P management.
Pussy shouldn't be on that shouldn't give you a slash though. That's not a curse word.
Did you just say it? You just said it.
I spelled it.
That ain't a curse word. Wait a minute, you just
said it. See, you should have took us out when I said we got to get out of here. And I look at you just racking them up.
Yeah, what's the
curse word? I'm confused. How did that?
The power of the PUSSY.
Why is that a curse word?
Yo, what is his tally right now? Where are we at?
Not much.
He's
more than mine.
He's at he's about to finish his third house. One more.
Third house.
One more and he'll have 15. Yes.
It's not on the season.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So let's be clear to all of you.
I was laying him out.
Chef is still in the league, correct?
Who?
Chef is still in the league, correct?
With what?
Yeah, it's because you can't get in a word.
He got like 8 houses.
Yeah, he got 18. He got 18. He's coming up on his 4th house.
Hey, I just need to make sure I'm on top of somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. Pause.
You take it that way.
He said pause.
Yeah, he did say pause.
So hold on. You telling me I'm about to finish my third house? Are you telling me how much I got 14?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my, have the mighty have fallen.
And Chef only got 18?
You darn
yeah.
Nah. How many Kai got?
13.
Woo! And I really talked about too.
I feel like we need to go back and check the record.
You can go back and check it. I need accurate count.
We need to audit this.
And plus, I added the ones that he gave me from when I wasn't here. So I got it from him. I got it from him. He told me how many, and I put them down.
And I didn't debate it because I'm on the sauce.
You think because HR is not here that I don't have eyes watching?
Oh.
Saying it, I feel like HR might need to be audited. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Listen,
but I ain't saying you're right either.
Are you saying I'm lying? Like I'm lying. Are you saying I'm stealing?
Are you saying I'm stealing?
I'm honest. And all my points are honest, okay?
I'm an honest garden tool. And all my garden tools is honest.
Take us out of here, boy.
What's your talent now before we get up out of here? What's your talent?
Mine? I got 4.
That is?
It might be valid.
It is valid.
It is valid.
It is valid. I told you, if it's a competition event, I win it.
Episode, we thought we had won the lotto when she said it. We were like, oh my God. Finally did it.
Okay.
We're going to meet on Monday.
Yeah, we going to see. We're going to see. She ain't drinking no wine today. What it was. I'm the only one drinking over here. Y'all from South.
Dude.
I joined late, but I'm on that bullet
I filled up my cup at the beginning of the episode. This is where it's at now.
And Nunu, I had the wine that we have when we go to Spain, that Lustau. Oh, yes. So you know it's good.
Yes.
So I'm at 1.5 cups of Taylor Court. And boy, this is that stuff.
Rob, take us out of here.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the Perfect Balance Podcast. We're just a panel of brown people having good conversations over here. I'm your host, Big Rob. Who else got in the building?
It's your girl, Sunshine. Join us on Monday when we will be talking about the flip side of this conversation, and we will be talking about it from the ladies' perspective. So my ladies out there who usually come on the show with me, come on.
We don't need y'all.
We need them.
I represent half of them. It's your boy, girl, Nunu Brista, aka Uncle Nunu, representing, Chocolate Thunder #1, Unc T. I'm gonna be up there on Monday.
I like that, Unc T.
Look, half a quarter of me, I still represent. But, hey, girl, that hurt my wrist.
Oh, you stupid.
And it's me, KG, aka Dr. Graves, no PhD, aka Controversial Kai in the building. Cash Money K. You know how we do. You know who we are. We came to drop bars.
Factual information.
He wasn't looking at the screen when he said that, but whatever. Hater. Got to make eye contact with you, with the viewers out there.
Factual information.
There you go. Hey. What's going on, y'all? Y'all know who it is. This Chocolate Thumbing the #2. It's your boy DJ Chef, man. Hey, If you didn't do your early voting, shame on you.
Shame
on you. But not too late. Do your duties and get out there.
You got 4 days left.
You know what I'm saying? Get out there and make sure Herschel Walker, the folks out there at ATL, you better get it together.
I did my duty.
Get it together.
Sure. Get everything on the ballot went straight to that one just to make sure.
Listen here.
First.
I'm going to say it right now. Your boy DJ Chef voted for Hot Wheels out of there. I need you gone, Greg Abbott.
Private information, but I like it.
I don't care what you're going to do about it. You know what I'm saying? For all you exactly. Look, do your due diligence and pay attention to who you got representing you, God darn it. Because if you want some change, it starts with you. Get out there and vote. And I'm out there, love it.
All right.
Is that everybody?
Oh. I need him not to.
I forgot. Yeah, Chef, you later. Let's thank y'all for listening. I forgot. We don't want to say thank you to all of our listeners on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. All them platforms out there. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Y'all don't do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm freezing again. I'm sorry. 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll see y'all next time, same place.